a lot of students waste their time when studying for the SAT, and usually they get stuck at the same score range. Fortunately, in just 30 days until the May SAT, you can increase your score by 100 or 150 or maybe even 200 points with the exact plan that I'm about to show you right now. But before we get into it, there's something I need to tell you. If you can't sit through this 15 or 20-minute video, if your attention span is that weak, then just give up. If you can't even focus for the next 15 or 20 minutes, how do you expect to get the SAT score that you want? How do you expect to do anything worthwhile in your life? So make this video full screen, lock in. You see, right now you are in a constant battle between your body and your mind. Your body, it really wants comfort, it really wants pleasure, and it wants the easy way out. It wants you to scroll TikTok instead of studying, instead of preparing for the SAT. It wants you to say, I will try to prepare for the SAT instead of actually doing it. And your body craves instant gratification, and that's why you keep failing on the SAT again and again. But your mind knows the truth. It really knows that if you just committed to 3 topics on Khan Academy every single day, then if you just shut up and did the work instead of making excuses, you would literally be unstoppable. So now we can move on to the next part of our video, which is more about SAT strategies. And the first most important thing that helps one student to improve their score by 200 points was using the SAT mistakes journal. And here we have an SAT question, and I will show you how you can fill in your SAT mistakes journal if you made this mistake, for example. So here we have a question. One of the 2 equations in a system of linear equations is given. The system has no solution. Which equation could be the second equation in this system? So let's say that you pick choice D, but it was incorrect. And the correct answer is A, for example, x equals 15y. And now you should identify your mistake, and you can write something like, I misunderstood what it means for a system of equations to have no solution. I thought any different equation would work, but I forgot no solution happens when the lines are parallel, same slope, different intercepts. Then you can write the explanation and the correct approach step by step. So the first step here is converting the given equation to slope-intercept form. 4x equals 60y minus 20. Divide that by 4, you get x equals 15, y minus 5. So this equation has the slope of 15 and y-intercept of minus 5. And you ask yourself, when does a system have no solutions? No solution means the 2 lines must be parallel, same slope, but different y-intercepts. Now let's check the answer choices. So in this case, choice A is x equals 15y, and it has a slope of 15, which is correct. And it has a slope of 0, and that means they are parallel because they have the same slope and different y-intercepts. Choice B, it has a slope of 60 and it has a y-intercept of 0. In order to B to be correct, it should have had the slope of 15. So B is wrong. Choice C, it has a slope of 20, which is not what we want. Choice D has a slope of 80, which is also not what we want. And then after that, you will write how you can avoid this mistake in the future. So in this case, it would be no solution equals parallel lines, same slope, different y-intercepts. And you could write one solution equals different slopes, infinite solutions equal exactly the same equation. So this passage has some great code words that we are going to use to come up with our summary or guess for what the answer should be. So we have this passage about scientists developing a synthetic soil that can grow crops without traditional irrigation. The soil is mainly made of coconut coir and volcanic ash, and it retains moisture for extended periods. So that's cool, right? Then there is this contrast set up. We have Professor Chen, who is positive about it, saying the formula can be adjusted for different climates, making it versatile. But then this is the key part. You have Dr. Bennett who claims the soil would be difficult to mass produce. That's a claim that we need to support. So when we're looking at the answer choices, we need something that specifically explains why mass production would be difficult. So let's go through each option and see what we've got. So choice A, urban farming initiatives are one of the largest potential markets for alternative grown mediums. So this is talking about who would buy the soil. It's not about making it. So this is classic SAT misdirection. They're talking about demand, but the claim is about production difficulties. So it's like if I said this car is hard to build and someone responded, lots of people wanna buy cars, that doesn't support my claim at all. So A is out. Choice B, the soil created by Chen and her team has a relatively light weight for its volume, making it potentially easy to ship to different locations. Well, wait a minute. This is actually saying something positive about the soil, that it's easy to ship. But Bennett's claim is negative, that it's difficult to mass produce. So this contradicts what we are looking for. It's like if I said this cake is hard to bake and someone said, but it's easy to carry around. That doesn't support my claim about baking difficulties. So B is definitely out. C, the gross supporting capabilities of the soil created by Chen and her team varied depending on the plant species used in the team's experiments. So this is talking about how well the soil performs with different plants. It's about the effectiveness of the soil after it's already being made, but it doesn't tell us anything about whether it's hard to produce in large quantities. It's like if I said this phone is hard to manufacture and someone said it works better for games than for calls. That's not relevant to my claim about manufacturing difficulties. So C is out too. To Z, the worldwide supply of coconut coir and volcanic ash is in high demand from the landscaping industries. So those substances would be difficult to source in significant quantities. Now we're getting somewhere. Looking at the key ingredients mentioned in the passage, composed mainly of coconut coir and volcanic ash. D is directly addressing these specific ingredients. And what does it say about them? They're in high demand from another industry, making them difficult to source in significant quantities. And this is exactly what we need, a concrete reason why mass production would be challenging. And if you can't get enough raw materials because they're already being used by someone else, that directly supports the claim that mass production would be difficult. So think about it like this. If I said this birthday cake would be hard to mass produce, and someone said the special French butter it requires is already being bought up by restaurants, so it's very hard to get in large quantities. That directly supports my claim. So what makes this so perfect is that it focuses on the specific materials mentioned in the passage and provides a direct obstacle to mass production, and the others are either about different aspects like marketing, performance, or actually contradict what we're looking for. So choice D basically says that what I expected it to say, and that is why it's correct. And always look for an option that directly addresses that specific claim that you're trying to support. These strategies and tips are not really useful if you keep making the same mistakes over and over again. So make sure to watch this video right here where I explain the 5 mistakes that a lot of students make. So make sure to watch that.